Hey everybody, hope you guys doing alright. So, practice makes progress. So this is a little bit more specifics of something I just shared with you guys earlier regarding issues that I think need to be changed. And again, everything that I'm doing is with the motive of trying to develop a society that's in line with the word of Yahushua or Jesus Christ. So, issues that need remedy. Corporate influence and power regarding governmental decisions. Again, I don't think that they should have any power, to be honest, other than their opinion. We need to end lobbying. I don't know how lobbying got into our government. I haven't looked too extensively into its origins, but I have looked into what it does. And it's just paying government officials to represent particular companies and their interests. In my opinion, it's the reason why a lot of things are so corrupt. But so we need to end that. End the sale and production of all processed foods, including foods for animals. Yes, all processed foods, all fast foods, all that shit, in my opinion, needs to go. It's not doing anybody good other than the corporate people that are making money. There's no reason why a country like America should allow or even have to have things like McDonald's and Dollar Tree. There's some good stuff at Dollar Tree actually, so I don't want to hate on Dollar Tree. I like the concept of Dollar Tree, but McDonald's, man, I mean, their food literally does not rot. You can leave the food outside, out of a refrigerator, out of a freezer, without it getting any type of mold, or you can still eat it. Like, it's not real food, really. It's totally processed and bad for you. So, and these people are making billions, if not trillions of dollars off of poisoning us. So this stuff just needs to end. And I've already talked about how 1 in 2 dogs is going to get cancer. So, and that has to do with the processed dog food. So that stuff needs to end. We need to reevaluate the entire meat industry. There's a ton of information on that. We need to develop regulations to ensure no animal, person, or part of the earth is harmed in the meat production and distribution. I'm not a big meat eater, but I realize a lot of people are. But we all the beef, the problem, the industry itself, and also the effect the methane gas has on the planet. These are all serious issues that we need to reevaluate. I think we eat entirely way too much meat as a country, so perhaps there needs to be regulations on that. But again, we need to start reevaluating these things. The entire FBI, and on further thought, I thought even more than just the FBI, all intelligence agencies needs to be completely investigated, and complete transparency needs to come forth with all individuals involved to find out who's really here to help the American people and the earth and who is not, and just deal with them accordingly. So yeah, they need to be audited with people who with credentials and background experience that shows that their interests are honorable and true. I have heard that the FBI has largely ignored very serious accusations and motives /401 showing how certain organizations in America are actually fronts for criminal enterprises, and a lot of this criminal activity has to do with, unfortunately, sex trafficking and even underage child sex trafficking. And I've talked about this gentleman before, but by the name of Gabriel Cruz. He's got a YouTube channel. I encourage you guys to check his channel out, because he really goes into the deep specifics of what is going on in this country and who is actually in power. So I encourage you guys to look into him. Shout out to Gabriel Cruz. We also need to reevaluate our decision to allow porn, in my opinion, and even things like strip clubs or this new OnlyFans thing that I've heard a little bit about, Hustler, all these things. And this is somebody I've spent years watching porno, and I know what it's done to me. So I can just speak from personal experience. This is obviously just my opinion, but the porn industry is also a multi-billion-dollar industry that, in my opinion, keeps men and women from well, first of all, it takes away their drive to want to meet actual physical mates. I think it also takes away somebody's ability to love, because when they're constantly blowing their seed to a computer screen, that's energy, that's attention that they're paying to an image on a television screen, and it's full of, and their motive is all lust. It's all lustful thoughts. You can't really find pornography that's really about lovemaking. I've tried. It's not really out there. So again, they're perpetuating a lust of just fucking. It's not about it's not about really taking care of the woman or having some type of sacred experience. It's all about just sex and pleasure, and which is all carnal, and which goes back to lower vibrational frequencies and Satan and this and that and that and this. Not to mention they're making billions and billions and billions of dollars off this, And we live in a time when it's just that much more easy for anybody to look up this type of stuff. So I do think that we, as a government, need to start thinking about ways to keep our children and even our men from entertaining porn. Like, what good is it doing? Is it really doing any good? And what harm has it done? Should we look at the harm? Should we look at the marriage statistics? Should we look at the relationship statistics? Should we look at the depression statistics? I mean, all these things can be correlated. All right, so let's move on. Again, these are just my ideas. I don't know if I'm right or wrong. This is how I feel like it should be gone. That's just me. All right, so we need to open up and fund more alternative research into homeopathic healing and the actual proven healing effects from herbs and any and all other natural non-toxic remedies. You know, I'm a big hemp advocate, and in my opinion, I think there's a conspiracy to keep hemp and other herbs and things of this nature from being told to the public on how actually beneficial they can be. And I believe that they can actually help cure cancer, if not cure cancer completely. And these are very, very important things. The cancer industry, the pharmaceutical industry, also are multi-billion-dollar industries that I think that if the information on the hemp came out, it would threaten their income. So I think that's what gives them motive to keep the hemp at bay. But this is the time to end this type of stuff. So we need funding from cities that are actually care about alternative healing, like Portland, and there's others, to help prove that there are other ways, better ways to deal with sickness. All right, so begin research and documentation into what is happening to a person on a cellular/health basis when they voluntarily commit to true faith-based spiritual or ritual/rehabilitation healing work. I really think it's time that we show the sciences behind people who have faith and they really decide to surrender to Jesus or any other type of higher entity or healing type program, and to show, like, because we can break things down to a cellular level. And based on the teachings of Dr. Bruce Lipton, who teaches about epigenetics, I'm going to get into that in a little bit, there's actual evidence to show that the love that you do and the love that you're around or the hate that you're around will affect your cells on a cellular level and change who you are, which changes your genetics. So things like this will help show people that there's ways to treat things. And not only can we show and share with you, but we actually have evidence to prove that it does work. And there's people who've been through this, who have experience, who can help get you guys through it. So yeah, broadcast and strengthen the studies and teachings of Dr. Bruce Lipton. I think he has his own YouTube channel too, I'm pretty sure. We can use what Dr. Lipton showed us about epigenetics and the observer effect to help support and essentially prove the love is real. And also how the Word of God, this is in my opinion, Jesus Christ, teaches us how to love and take care of things like God, and to take care of things and be like God, essentially. And with these proven studies of how cells react to their environment and all that they do, it shows how the more love one has and is around, the more like love one's cells will become. Now the same is true for evil and hate, and so it's also a warning to people who live in and are around places full of hate and evil. So, you know, obviously this is not complete, but I just wanted to continue to share with you guys the progress that I'm at and encourage you guys to keep on going with your own progress. So, all right, I love you guys. Y'all take care. Bye.